Hello again. Today we talk about how to get the film look. What is the film look? How can we achieve it? What is the film look? The film look, in my opinion, is the look we want to achieve that is based on older cinema cameras that filmed on film. And there are a lot of film emulation prints out there in DaVinci and Premiere and what's on, and you can buy them and whatsoever to get closer to this look in the color grading process. Newer digital cameras have a very sharp, crispy look, and as cinematographers or filmmakers, we often don't want to have it looking that sharp, that clean. We want smooth highlight roll-offs, we want nice skin tones, a smooth, creamy look, something like that in this direction, and not so sharp and digital as today. So how can we go from the digital sharp look to the creamy, dreamy, soft, nice highlight roll-off film look? In my opinion, a few things are important. A little disclaimer. I won't say that you can't achieve the film look with an iPhone or whatsoever. You can achieve the film look with absolutely every camera out there. It all comes down to color grading skills, compositioning and lighting skills. And I'm not an absolute expert myself. I'm doing this for a few years, but I would say that I know what I'm talking about, which doesn't mean that I'm absolutely the best at what I'm doing, because you need to have practical experience for years to master it and to get better. And everyone always can get better, even if you do it for 10 years plus. Even with an iPhone, you can achieve the film look if you add some grain and halation and bloom in the color grading, and you know how to color grade. Then someone who knows these skills and knows what he's doing can also have a better look, a better looking image than someone with a cinema camera like a Red Komodo or whatsoever, who doesn't know anything about compositioning, lighting, color grading. So don't get me wrong there, but in my opinion, it's way easier if you have a camera that is meant for filming video. For example, my FX30, a great beginner camera, low budget, can shoot log. In my opinion, a very important fact that you can shoot log, because you have much more control about your colors if you can shoot in log. You have more dynamic range, you lose less detail if you use it right, and can convert it to Rec 709 and just are more flexible in the color grading process. And if your camera has 10-bit color depth, that's also a great plus point. In the color grading process, it's really important that you make your changes like the white balance, the exposure, whatsoever contrast, before you convert your footage from log into the Rec 709 color space. In DaVinci you have a node-based system, and Premiere Pro you have a layer stack system. They are different but also work in the same way. In DaVinci you have your first node, your log node, where you can decide if you want to work directly on the log node, or you convert it from, for example, S-Log3 to DaVinci Wide Gamut and have your CST, your color space transform, from log or DaVinci Wide Gamut to Rec 709 at the end, and you work between those nodes. So you have your log node, your CST, and you work between, so that you always apply changes to the log node and not the Rec 709 look, because the Rec 709 look is your end product. You don't want to change it. There are a few exceptions to it. You can change stuff after the CST, but most of the time the CST node is the last node and is your end product. In Premiere, there isn't really a lot that changes. You have your adjustment layers and you can stack lumetri color effects onto it, and you have to keep in mind the first effect in the stack is always the ones that comes first. So you want to have your log, then you can add, for example, another lumetri color for white balance, another lumetri color for changing midtones, whatsoever. Then comes the CST, and that's your layer stack. So that's really important to keep in mind, that you don't fuck the layer stack up or in DaVinci work in the wrong order, because it can break your color grading. Very important. But now let's get to the essence of this video. Let's talk about the Phantom LUTs by Joel Famularo. I don't know if I spelled this correctly. If not, I'm very sorry, but Joel created the Phantom LUTs. The Phantom LUTs are basically a LUT that you apply onto your log footage and brings your log footage from its log profile to an Rec 709 color profile, but not any color profile, but the color profile from Arri Alexa cameras. So like I said, the LUT automatically brings your log color profile to Rec 709 and gives it that nice look and brings you really close to an instant film look. So if you buy Phantom LUTs, you get the Arri Alexa looks and you get the film looks. You can buy them each individually, or you can buy both of them. So you can buy the film looks and the Arri Alexa looks in a bundle and get a little bit of discount. I would recommend buying them both. In my opinion, you buy, I think it's 70 euros. I can't recommend it enough. Color grading, even in the beginning and if you're new, is very hard, and these LUTs can give you a head start. And even if you're working with clients or you have smaller budget, or you just don't want to do a lot of color grading, you're more like, I want to edit or I want to film and the color grading process shouldn't take that long, then these LUTs can really help you. So Joel has these LUTs for different cameras, whether you use Blackmagic or Sony or Nikon or whatever. You can go on his website and check out if he supports your camera system, and I highly think so, because I think he supports almost every camera system. I'll leave a link in the description. This video is also not sponsored. I want to make this very clear, obviously. If you like the video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss future videos. For now, I will show you the footage and the different looks, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.